What's up, YouTube? It's Pastor Bob. A friend called me on the phone. He's like, what's up with the Stratocaster? I said, what are you talking about? Oh, didn't you do a video? I said, yeah. I seen it. That was a beautiful neck. He says, what do you look for when you're buying guitars? I said, well, playability, how it feels in my hand, and what it looks like. He goes, well, what about Les Pauls? I said, what about them? You got any? I said, well, I guess I'll have to do a video on that. So, these are 2 of 6 that I have. But I just want to show you, these are both Epiphones. Okay? This is the first edition run. So the first year that they did the reissue of the 1959 custom shop collaboration with Epiphone. And this one here is the first year that they came back out with the 1960s Epiphone Les Paul. So I'll show you them both. That way you can, I guess everybody can see what they look like. These tops, they're just absolutely scrumptious. Look at that top. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? That is a nice, sorry for the glare, curly maple top. But look at this fretboard. I love it. Absolutely love it. I love that there's a mist color running right down there. Big old stripe. Beautiful. And this is the standard. There you go. I'll show you the back. Look at that. Mahogany. Mahogany. Grover tuners. It's an absolutely beautiful guitar. Comes in a nice case. So this is my 1960s Les Paul by Epiphone. You're gonna find one like this? You're not. You can go through 400 or 500 guitars and hopefully you get one. That's what I was telling people in the last video I did. You know, you really got to look around, you know, and find the one that calls to you. So there you go. There's that one. Now we'll come on over here. Now this one here has a real flame maple top book matched. You can see the book match. They did an excellent job book matching it. Has a specialized satin finish. And this is my 59. I'll give you guys a kind of a look. I'll flip it around for you so you can see the back. You see the little cover on the back. It's a really nice guitar. I'm going to show my serial number, but so there you go. Now this one here has the Kluson style tuners on it, and that one over there has the Grovers on it. But I love them both. They're both great guitars. Are they cheap? No. You know, you got a couple of $1,000 and 2 guitars. But, you know, I mean, I have a custom classic downstairs that cost me $3,000. Do they all look as beautiful? Yeah, they do. I mean, I'd have to say that the top on my 60, on my 59, looks pretty close to my Gibson Classic. I really love it. It's a beautiful guitar, and it's very unique. It's not. I got P90 pickups put in my my Classic, so it's very unique. Most of the Classics, they have push-pull pots, and they have regular PAF style pickups, but mine isn't. I'll show you guys one day. But people say, well, why didn't you just get the real thing? Because I like these. These play fine. They look great. You know? Do I spend, you know, $800 on something that's beautiful like this one? I mean, this one here was the same. You know, I mean, this one here was $1,000. First came out. But why? Well, because I like them. And like I was telling people in my last video on the Fender, it's what you like. And they kind of got a thing for the underdog, you know? Look, there's nothing wrong with these guitars. They're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous guitars. And you should never be afraid of it. Look, this guitar right here has USA pickups in it. All USA hardware in it. Okay? And it's set up by guys who know their stuff. Okay? And it's spec'd. It's like a 1959. Does it play great? Yes. Does it sound great? Yes. I mean, it is what it is. 60s. Play nice? Yes. Sound great? Yes. Look great? Absolutely. So, when you're out there looking in the world, unless you're looking to have something to brag about, well, some people, if you pull it out, you can see how the headstock, this is the original style headstocks, yeah. But who wouldn't be attracted to something that pretty? It's beautiful. Take your time when you're out purchasing gear. I'll show you some more of my Les Pauls to come. I'll show you some of my Gibsons I got. But I'm pretty proud of having these in my collection. They're nice guitars. I enjoy them. And I think that, you know, they represent something. They represent, you know, the quality and manufacturing from around the world. Both of these guitars were made in the same place. And who knows, maybe by the same people. It just shows you, you know. You can get some really great quality stuff. Some people say, oh, well, the pickups are going to sound different. That may be so. I don't know. That sounds pretty good. Maybe so, but what? You spend $300 and put a set of, you know, 59s in there, Gibsons. I mean, if you really needed to. Everything else is all CTS and Switchcraft. So, I mean, that's pretty much the same stuff that they're going to use. I mean, Gibson will use Gibson stuff, but look, I tell you what, they make guitars today. Man, when I was a kid, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, to have something like this, man, I'd be jumping for joy. But, you know, and that, have I played a real 59? I played a real 58, 59, real 60s. I played 70s. I own 70s. I own all kinds of Guild guitars from, I still own a couple of Guilds from the 60s and 70s. it's whether you want to get caught up in the fanboy thing, or do you want a really nice guitar that looks nice, that plays good, makes you feel good when you play it. Every artist gets something different out of a guitar. Do you think that artists and collectors just buy them because they look good? Maybe. Or a lot of us, we buy them because there's different tones. They have a different sound. They're like people. Every one of them's different. Every one of them's voice different. So, and every one of them really does look different. So, go after what you love, guys. Enjoy it. Collect them. Look at them. Play them. And in the long run, it's your money, right? If you're going to spend... Do I have a problem with Gibson guitars? Absolutely not. I own 5 Gibson guitars. I own them because I wanted them, because I liked them, because when I played them, they played great. And that's why I own them, just like all of my guitars. Some of them I picked up as a trade. Like my Squires, I picked up a couple of those for a trade. Doing some work or something, but my Les Paul collection, I've got, let's see, 6 Les Pauls. And they're great guitars. Do I think they're the best? Oh my God. Well, I guess I gotta be honest with you. I like my classic. I think it's beautiful. It's a wonderful, Gibson guitar. But my favorite guitar is a Paul Reed Smith. I love playing it. There's something about it. I can't really even put it into words. All I know is I can do more on it and play longer on it, and I feel great when I get done playing it. And I think because it has a lot of meaning. My Guild Bluesbird. I love it. I enjoy playing it. And it has history. It's one of the last ones ever made in the Guild Westerly, Rhode Island factory. It's one of the very, very last ones that was made. So it has a deep place in my heart for it. I grew up on 180 High Street. When I was a kid, I used to go down to the Guild factory. I seen the guys when I was a little boy, 5, 6 years old. I was always nosy because I had family members down there that built absolutely wonderful guitars. Both solid bodies and acoustics. So my whole life I've been around it. And I think really it has to do with, when you're looking at guitars, the professionalism put into building them, the love, craftsmanship, and it doesn't matter what country, there is a sense of craftsmanship. There is a standard, right? There is a standard to what people do today. It's not like the old days. Some of these new guitars that they make are far surpass things from the 50s and 60s and 70s. Far surpass them. I mean, in quality and craftsmanship. So that's why I like to put out these kind of videos for you guys to see what I have. I'm not no fanboy. I respect Gibson. I respect Epiphone. I respect Fender. I respect Squire. And I respect Paul Reed Smith. And pretty much every kind of guitar that I own. Gretsch's. And God, I got all kinds of different guitars. From all kinds of different brands. Which one's most dear to me? My Guild Bluesbird. It has history. And I'm in the works of going to do a refinish on it because of a story that I'll tell you someday. I'm just not quite ready to tell the story yet. And it kind of chokes me up a little bit when I talk about it. But one day I'll tell you guys the story about my Guild Bluesbird. But I love them all. And I play them all. So that's the biggest thing, guys. Listen, when you get them, just keeping them in a case and never playing them is not going to help them. Doesn't mean you have to tear them up, but the more you play them and the more that it vibrates the wood, it does something. There's a magic that happens. So when you get them, don't just have them as wall hangers. Play them. That's what they're built for. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Pastor Bob, I'm out of here. See ya.